Have you or someone you love ever been to certain parts of the Midwest and wondered, hey there guy, can you borrow me a battery? What in the hell is this guy saying?
A what?
A battery.
A bad tree?
No, guy, not a bad tree. I'm talking about a battery for the clicker. Has your Midwest friend ever said to you, oh yeah, come on over, maybe bring a beer or tree? Then he gets mad when you show up with a tree. What in the heck is that? Keep her moving, put her down by the Davenport. Introducing the world's first Midwest voice translator and bottle opener. The only device that translates Wisconsinese, Ypernese, and Minnesotan into English. Where'd you say you want this again? I just put her down by the Davenport.
Place the item by the couch.
The Midwest voice translator works on simple phrases,
Gee, did you eat?
complex phrases, wearing my blaze orange up top, my camo down below,
I am wearing my church clothes.
compound sentences. Guy says to me, you want a Bud Light? I says, I might as well swig from the bubbler. You know, it's a horse apiece.
A man asked me if I wanted a Bud Light. I told him I might as well drink from the water fountain. It's the same thing.
And even profanity. Jeepers creepers, Friday.
All right. Try one out real quick. I'm gonna do a small town confession. I haven't done one of them in a few weeks because I had a lot of point of return going on, and point of entry is a Judas Priest tab. Anyway, that's where my mind goes. So yeah. So I was getting things ready for the other side of everything else, which I'll have that Wednesday. I'm walking through the house. So that was Studio A there, and let's walk on Studio E. So small town confessions. Like I said, there's been a lot going on. This just happens every so often. And there we are coming up to Studio E here. There's a holy diver tapestry there. You got the more decorated for the rock and roll stuff, you know. Keyboard with a lot of the passes on it. That's it. There's a desk you don't really get to see the other side of. And you got the Rat, the Motley Crue, Wasp, mirrors from the Oak County Fair up there. You know, little Van Halen over there. Got a bunch of comics up there right now. I'm going through comics trying to get a price on them, but let's walk back down here. Anyway, so what story am I going to do? So I just had an anniversary to celebrate a wedding anniversary. Got married 3/16/17. That's why it's easy for me to remember. 3/16/17. And so been married 8 years. Been together since like 2013 though. So been together over 10 years. I'm going to tell you how Amanda and I got together. Because her birthday's also coming up April 1st. There's nothing no April Fools. That's just her birthday. And so I knew her from years ago. She had lived next door to a buddy of mine, and she even dated him a little bit. She went out with us a time or two, but I never really talked to her a lot or anything. We always had like anywhere 10, 20 people, maybe more with us at any time when we went out. And so there we are. I'm taking the pictures and stuff, and the people do their own thing. And I never talked to her a lot there. And then I saw her out. She worked with my brother and stuff for a little bit. And so there's pictures up there of us, just rock cruise and stuff. And I kind of, the DJ thing kind of dwindled out a little bit. And I was running sound for a band, Second Day Romans. And did that just, something I enjoyed doing. Gave me an excuse to be in the club because I don't really drink. So, it's getting to be I'm the old guy in the club now, kind of creepy, So there we are. I'm on my shutdown vacation when I was working, and a buddy of mine, Joe Schmidt, the guy I DJ'd with, a lot of people know me as Schmuck, but yeah, good guy. And then so he's got tickets to Steve Miller Band, so I'm not going to turn down a concert. So we go to Steve Miller Band, great seats, great show. He gets a call from another buddy of ours, which I wasn't too close with at the time, but I knew him and all that. But and I got glad we got to be friends now. And he was actually uh, with him and on his boat. We stopped and just talking to her a lot and stuff. Just casual, never thought anything, nothing about it. I don't think she did either. And of course, then start following each other on Facebook and stuff. And then later that week, she saw us at a local barge down the street from her dad's where she was staying at the time. And she's like, "Hey, you care to come down?" "Oh, no, just come on down." And she came down, and then another friend of ours there, she had a extra ticket to a Heart concert we was going to. It was Heart and Jason Bonham, the Led Zeppelin experience. And so she took the extra ticket. Well, get on into the story. Shauna ended up backing out, but the man went ahead and went anyway. Gave the ticket to another buddy of ours. And she's drinking a little bit, got a little drunk or whatever. And she dropped her purse. We're down there. We got great seats. We're watching it. And then I leaned down, started picking stuff up. She started picking stuff. And then, depending on who you ask, me or her, she kissed me. If you ask her, I kissed her. I was sober. She was drunk. You decide who you want to believe. But anyway, it don't matter anyway in the long run because we ended up kissing each other. And then we kissed a lot more on the way home. And then she did something unusual. She's like, "Well, I'd really like to get to know you better." I'm like, "All right, we can go out next Friday night." And so we set it up, start talking on the phone a little bit, and then I guess I'd say the rest is history. We started talking every day, started going out all the time, still go out to this day. And did all the cruises and stuff, got all the Monsters Rock cruises, started going with me and all that, and ended up moving in with me. Uh, so we ended up getting married, 5 years later or so, and still happy. No one else in this life I'd rather go through it with. Uh, and I was to the point that I was like content. I was like, I'm never going to meet anybody else, be the love of my life, whatever. I can find companionship. I got plenty of friends, plenty of things to do. I'm happy. I don't need it. I'm all right. And then, just when you least suspect it, there it is. She said she was the same way. And I think the biggest surprise to most people was that I remarried. Nobody thought I was going to get married again, especially me. But then I just thought, I didn't want anybody else. It wasn't going to be anybody else. So I asked. She accepted. We got married. We got married in Santa Fe by another friend. It's a Mexican restaurant. We just went to the courthouse, got the papers, had somebody ordained, and then they signed the guy played bass for Secondary Room that I ran sound for. He just happened to be there. He bought her dinner for us, and then later on that year during the Monsters of Rock cruise, we got remarried by Fat Elvis. Elvis impersonator, wasn't the real Elvis, and along with a bunch of other cruisers. And so that's that. And one thing is I've really introduced her to a lot of different music, and so different bands that she just didn't know about. And one thing that impressed her was there was a song. She's like, I was singing "Oh Lydia, the Tattooed Lady," and she's like, "How do you know?" She knew it from like a Clark Gable movie, and I knew it from a Marx Brothers movie. And then what other songs do you know? And then she mentioned "Dead Skunk in the Middle of the Road," and yeah, by Loudon Wainwright III. Of course, she didn't know who it was by, but then that was one of the attractions, oddly enough. But anyway, again, I introduced her to a band over across the pond. You've heard me talk about called Thunder. They had a kind of MTV kind of hit. Out of Love walked in, and one day I just said, I always considered that our song. She's like, "Me too. I always did." And one anniversary, she bought this little thing here. That's Love Walked In Thunder, and it's got a lot of lyrics around it. Always pretty cool. So anyway, there's your small town love story. And I hope you got your own love story. I hope everything goes good for you. Be good to somebody this week. Be good to somebody all the time. Be good to yourself. And hey, I'll see you around town.
So tired of waiting, I walked an empty land. I was looking for something to help me understand. But bad luck kept turning my dreams into sand. I didn't want pity, I had my share of friends. I wanted somebody more special than the rest. I was aching inside like I was approaching the end. Just about that moment, the time